welcome back to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. On this channel, I teach you how to make easy and delicious recipes that are perfect for sharing. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make koulourakia. Koulourakia are classic Greek butter cookies that are made around Easter time. I'm going to show you how to make a few different versions of them, the plain ones and chocolate ones, and we're going to do both, and we're also going to put them together and make little twisty black and white cookies. These you guys are so good. Get the kids involved because it makes a lot. They can get creative and make all sorts of shapes. They are perfect for dunking in your coffee or your milk. They last long in the pantry, and they are so yummy. So let's start making them. I'm using unsalted butter. You want to make sure that it's really soft and at room temperature. I'm doing this in a mixer, in a stand mixer, just because it's so much easier. You can use a electric hand mixer if you like. Add the granulated sugar and mix this until it's nice and fluffy. Also, I forgot to say, you're going to want to add 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. So next, we're going to get the eggs ready. We need 4 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. And it's very important that the eggs are also at room temperature. A trick for this is, if you haven't taken them out ahead of time, you can put them in a big bowl with lukewarm water and then just keep changing out that water, maybe 5-6 times, and in a few minutes you're going to have eggs at room temperature. I'm going to add them to the mixer, and I'm going to beat this for about 5-6 minutes on high speed until it's really nice and light and fluffy, and I'll show you what that looks like. In between mixing, just stop for a second and scrape down the sides so whatever is stuck to the sides of the bowl will get incorporated nicely. And as soon as it's nice and smooth and pretty much almost doubled in volume and nice and creamy, then you know it's ready. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mix the dry ingredients together. I have all-purpose flour, salt, and baking powder here. All of the exact measurements for this are on the website. They're not only in cups, but the flour is also in grams. You guys have been asking for that for a long time. But keep in mind that each flour is different. It varies according to brand, so you might need a little bit more, like half to 1 cup more or less. So just keep that in mind while you're making these. I think that orange goes good with the vanilla cookies and with the chocolate. Chocolate and orange is one of my favorite flavor combinations. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zest these little clementines that I have. You can put lemon in here or orange, either one. So once you add the zest, just mix it up one more time and go ahead and add about 2 cups of it to the mixing bowl. And I also have heavy whipping cream. I have half a cup of heavy whipping cream here. Add that too, and start the mixer mixing on low. Go ahead and keep adding all of the flour until all of it is incorporated. And it should be still moist, but not sticky, if that makes sense. If it needs more flour, go ahead and add a 1/4 cup at a time until you get that consistency. Do not add too much where it starts to get dry on you, because then you're just not going to have good cookies. Now we're going to take this dough and we're going to separate it into 2 batches, because half of it we're going to turn into chocolate koulourakia dough and the other half we're going to leave as is. It is helpful to have a scale, but if you don't have one, don't worry about it. You know, try to measure it by how we say in Greece, metomati, which means with the eye, by looking. So let's weigh this. This weighs 2.7 pounds. Let's check this one out. 2.10, it's good enough. I'm going to keep one here. The other one is going to go back in the mixer. Now we're going to get the chocolate combination ready. So in my bowl over here, I have a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, and this is semi-sweet baking chocolate. I'm also going to use a teaspoon of instant coffee because I feel like coffee and chocolate go really well together. You can use a little bit less. You can use half a teaspoon if you don't want too much of the coffee flavor. But coffee really helps make the chocolate more chocolatey. And I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. So let's start. So I'm just going to put 2 tablespoons of sugar with the chocolate. I'm going to add all of the cocoa powder. And I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of hot water. Now, if you have leftover coffee from the morning, you can go ahead and do a 1/4 cup of straight coffee like that instead of doing the water and the instant coffee. That's fine. So this still needs to be warmed up a little bit. I'm going to pop it in the microwave for 20 seconds. You could also do it on top of a double boiler and just whisk it on top of boiling hot water until everything is nice and smooth and combined. Make sure not to heat this up too much, otherwise the chocolate will burn. 20 seconds should be enough. Let the chocolate mixture cool down a little bit, at least to room temperature. Add it to the mixing bowl, and now we're going to beat it all together until that whole portion of dough is chocolate flavored. The chocolate dough is ready. Transfer it to your countertop and cover it with plastic wrap. Actually cover both portions of dough with plastic wrap, or with a clean kitchen towel, and let them rest for at least 20 minutes. Between 20 to 30 minutes is perfect. That's going to help them be very easy to roll out if they're well rested. Now it's time to make the cookies. So the first thing that you have to do before you start shaping them is you're going to make little walnut-sized ball portions of each each kind of the dough. So we're going to do vanilla first, and then we're going to do chocolate. So once you form the little balls, you're going to roll them out. We're going to start with the plain ones, and I'm going to make a long rope. Then I'm going to join it together like that, and I'm going to twist. You can twist from the bottom, and then you get this really pretty shape like this. So these are the traditional Koulourakia. Again, you make a rope just like that. Take both sides like this, and then you twist, and you place it on a baking tray that's lined with parchment paper. Now let's do the chocolate and vanilla flavored. So again, we're going to form both pieces of dough into long ropes. And you could do a few different things. So we're going to make like a little wreath shape first. So you connect the two together, or you put them side by side rather, and then you twist them from both sides. Isn't that pretty? Now, of course, you can put it on the baking tray like that, but I think it's going to be too long. So I like to connect it and form this little circle. It looks like a bracelet or a wreath. Put it on the baking tray. You could also do a little twisty just like that, but make it black and white, just like the plain one that we did. You roll them both out. You connect the top portion, and then you just roll them or twist them just like we did before. And this is pretty long, so you can cut the portion in half, and you can make 2 cookies out of this one. Now this is when you get the kids involved. I'm going to bring Layla in so she can help me make the cookies. We made them the other day, and I shared a picture on Instagram, and you guys all loved it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, head on over to Instagram and follow me there. You'll get to see a lot of behind the scenes and what's coming, a lot of things like that, so make sure to go there and follow me. Come on, Layla, let's make them.
Can I make it into a heart instead of like this?
Sure. So there's an idea. You can make hearts. You can let the kids go wild and make whatever shapes they like. Layla made a heart. Let's put it on the baking tray so I could show you. Now how about that little swirly shape that you made when you rolled it yesterday?
Yeah.
Perfect. And you can make a rope and then just make little spirals from both sides towards the center to make almost like a little palmier shape. That's really pretty. We're going to continue making these cookies. Once they're done, I'm just going to beat some egg yolks with some water. I have 4 egg yolks here, and I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of water in this. Mix it all together. Brush all of the cookies on top. At that point, you could sprinkle some granulated sugar on top of them. You can sprinkle some sesame seeds on top, or you can leave them like that plain. The oven is preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. They're going to bake for about 35 minutes or so, or until they're golden and crisp. Then you're going to let them cool completely, warm up some coffee, get the coffee ready, and I'm going to show you what they look like as soon as they're done. My cookies are ready. I also made a cup of Greek coffee, and I am ready to dig in. My house smells heavenly. Layla's eating her cookie. What do you think, Layla?
Good.
It's good? Layla's eating, she made a heart-shaped cookie. Get the kids involved in this and have fun doing it. I mean, this is a really fun activity to do. Right now we're quarantined, and there's really not much to do as far as like getting together with other people. So we're making the best of it. We're baking and we're having a great time, and then we're enjoying it and we're just making memories. So that's the whole point of cooking good food. It's about sharing it with the people that you love the most, not just your friends, but your family too. So that's always important. Now my cookies have cooled. You want to make sure that as soon as they come out of the oven, they cool completely. You can put them on a wire rack or let them cool on the baking tray. There's a lot of these. So like I said, if you're going to make only one color of these, this is going to make a whole big bunch. It's going to make about 80 cookies. And it might sound like a lot, but in Greek culture, we like to give them away and around this time of year and share them with neighbors and friends. And they keep well. They store well in the pantry in an airtight container up to like 2 weeks if they last that long. I don't know. They've never lasted that long in my house. But again, you want to bake them until they're nice and golden. Oven temperatures vary. It's going to take about 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. When they get nice and golden, take them out and let them cool. I'm drooling. It is time to take a bite. I think I'm going to dip mine in my Greek coffee. I see a little speck of orange in here. So buttery. So delicious. You guys are going to love these. I think I need to taste the chocolate one too. I'll take one of the chocolate braids. The perfect amount of chocolate. You can't taste the coffee in it. It just tastes really nice and chocolatey. The recipe is on the website, www.dimitrosdishes.com. All of the exact measurements are on there. It's in the description box down below. You can click on it to print or view it underneath. I'll put the recipe right on there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Make some coffee, make these for your family, and enjoy them and share them. And I will see you all next time. Yes, us. Can I help you?
No.
No, you one side you do this way, one side